everybody, and welcome to Vinyltreasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Galindo, coming to you live on this Thursday afternoon, right here on Oldies, not Oldies, on YouTube. Johnny G gets it embedded in his head there. But want to welcome you to the August, 21st, 2025 Vinyltreasure Show. Glad you can join me on this special edition. I wasn't prepared last Thursday to do this, but I am prepared this Thursday. Finally found all the records, even found that Mills Brothers records that I couldn't find. But anyway, today is a special edition of the Vinyltreasure Show. We're going to do the countdown of the Relic Survey from the year 1956. Okay, and Relic Records, I think what they did was they kind of teamed up with the R&B group Harmony Revue on FUV to probably promote the Relic store, because they were in the business, of course, of selling collector records and regular records. But they would what they did is they took the Kreider book, maybe the book from 1993. I know it's a silver cover book, if those of you that are familiar with the my book is downstairs, but there's a number of editions of this book. This one is probably the easy. This is like this is the 7th version of it. And it's pretty cool. Jeff Kreider, I don't know what gave him the idea. I guess they needed something. There was Rockin' Records, I think, put out the first group harmony price guide, and they had prices in his book, but they were only a gauge, okay, really, because the true prices of any record is really supply and demand. That's really how it works. But these Kreider books were really good, and I would take them to the record when I would go to the record shows, because the dealers thought I was checking the prices. No, I was marking them down on what records I had. I mentioned that's a good way to do it. But anyway, Relic used that book, which was not that specific book, but there were lots of mistakes, and you have to remember, at least back then, we didn't have the internet, and there wasn't a lot of the information available. Freddie Gonzalez was putting out a disco file, and he was getting information from the actual record companies, the matrix numbers, the release dates, the recording dates, all really cool information. Unfortunately, Freddie is no longer with us, but his disco file lives on, and I use it quite a bit on the 60s show and the 50s show. But anyway, they took all these records that were identified as 1956 releases, and they put them out in a for 56, it was a 6-page, I think it was 6-page ballot form, and they numbered them. Okay, this is what it looked like. Okay, it says R&B vocal group songs released in 1956. Now, is this really a complete list? No, it was based on the Kreider book at the time, because if you did this with the most recent Kreider book, you'd have a lot more entries into it. But this one specifically had 1,219 songs in that Kreider book that were associated with 1956 vocal groups, and they were just vocal groups. It wasn't any kind of single artist with group. It was just vocal groups, and maybe that was a mistake, but in retrospect, I'm not going to criticize that. The only thing I can say is at the time, the Kreider book was not 100% accurate, so there's some really big mistakes in this, not part of the people at Relic that put together the information. So I will not feature those. There's like a 1965 45. I'm not going to play that one. And some that are slightly off, it's no big deal. But I'll feature them because some of them are great tunes. But anyway, you were able to vote on your top 20. And I think I can't find my ballots. I know some of you that are tuned in, like Joe Shacatano and a bunch of other people that are tuned in, may still have their ballots on your top 20. And some of these songs are surprising. I think 99.9% of them. I'm missing 1%. Either I don't have it or it's I don't have it on an original. I'll see. I'm going to ask around for a couple that I'm missing to see if I can get them to play on original. But anyway, we opened up with an instrumental, actually a cool instrumental that I like. I used to hear it on FUV, played quite often. Tenor saxophonist Sam the Man Taylor. That was his. Somebody answer that phone, please. It was his 11th of 23 releases for the MGM record label, and a song he wrote with Leroy Kirkland, and one of the opening R&B group Harmony Revue themes from June of 1956. Sam the Man Taylor and his orchestra, called Real Gone on the MGM record label. I think that's a cool tune. It always brings back memories of listening to FUV. But anyway, we're going to start off the countdown with number 552. Okay, so 552, we open up this countdown. This group, originally from Hampton, Virginia. Now, they go way back to the 1940s with releases on Bluebird and RCA Records. And they also recorded for Joe Davis's Beacon and JD labels. But in 1956, they ended up back with RCA, and two releases were issued in 1956 on the Vic subsidiary label. And their first comes in at number 552 on the survey. Now, the song written by Ollie Jones and Howard Biggs, who is the orchestra on this tune here. And this received one vote. It's like surprising. Now, remember, okay, and they want you, what they wanted you to do, those compiling the survey, is your top 20 songs from the 1956 era, okay? And it got a little crazy later on because this was really meant for, like, rhythm and blues collectors, okay? But, of course, you're going to get hits and whatnot on the list too, but it just was interesting how some of the songs turned up on this survey. So I don't know, maybe somebody did like some kind of random pick or something on some of these, because they are sometimes surprising. But anyway, not that this would be in my top 20, but who am I to say? But somebody, listen, these are works of art. And I think any work of art needs to be heard. It might not be your favorite, but there are people and musicians that put this together, and that they felt that this was a good tune. And I think this is not a bad record at all. None of these records are really bad. They just might not be the best thing you may like, you know, but it's interesting, and it's a great mix of songs, I think, especially from this year, 1956. I wasn't around yet. But anyway, so this received one vote. They are the Deep River Boys. This features Harry Douglas on lead. This one released in April of 1956, coming in at number 552. The Deep River Boys on the Vic label. It's called Whole Wide World. The Deep River Boys kick it off here. Here you go.
Shoot up like a Christmas tree. Want the whole wide world to know. Want the whole wide world to know. Want the whole wide world to know. Gonna leave a tie, you belong to me. 'Cause I love my baby so. Want the whole wide world to know you're mine.
There you go. Coming in at number 552 on the survey, the sound of the Deep River Boys. The Deep River Boys on the Vic record label, Harry Douglas and the Boys, their April 1956 release, Whole Wide World is the name of that tune. Now, the first 15 records I'll be featuring in today's show were number 20 selections receiving only 1 point. And coming in at number 551 is James Brown with the famous Flames. This is their third release for Sid Nathan's Federal record label, the tune written by James. And the Flames at this time were Sylvester Keels, Bobby Bird, what is that? Floyd Scott. I kind of messed that up there. I don't know what I typed there what I typed in the early morning. And, oh, wow. I messed that up. Someone by the name of Knox. So you can tell I was typing downstairs on the, I messed that up there, Charlene. I messed that up. They all played together for the Whitman High School basketball team in Toccoa, Georgia. So coming in at number 551 from July 1956, James Brown and his famous Flames on the Federal label, and the tune is called No, 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 number 551. There you go. Coming in at number 551 on the survey, James Brown and his famous Flames on the Federal record banner. What did I say? That was his third release for the Federal record label. No, No, No is the name of the tune. That one, they're released in July of 1956. You know that when you voted in this survey, you automatically received the results. Okay, and they would send you, and this is what the results looked like here. This is the page, you see? So what they did is they ranked the, they gave you the rank of the song and the song title and the artist and how many votes either came in as from first to 20, and then they gave it point totals. 1 point for number 20, I guess 20 points for number 1, and they totaled it, and that's how they ranked everything. And then they had the a number of mentions, and then they had the number of votes, a percentage of voters to the total. So these records in the early stages only received 1 vote. I think I'll tell you when there were 2. But some of these records here, I think, should have done better. But again, lots of the at that time, the early collectors, even like myself, I didn't have a lot of these other records. A lot of the more collectors that have been in the hobby for longer periods of time, they had a lot of these records, and even the DJs that were doing shows, they knew a lot of these tunes. Like, you're going to hear some today that I used to hear on the George Tompkins Doowop show. He used to play them, and also when they were on FUV. So those are records that I ended up hearing from those shows, those collector shows. But there you go. That's James Brown and the Famous Flames coming in at number 551. Now, entry number 550 is this group from Pasadena, California. Now, they formed in 1954 at John Muir High School, and this was the group's fourth and final release for Larry Mead's Vida label. And this tune written by Jackie Kelso, whose band is backing up the group. And the group members here were Chester Pipkin, and group member Chester Pipkin. Okay, I guess that was the other writer. I'm sorry. Now, Don Bowman is the lead singer on this. Coming in at number 550, here are the Squires. Okay, the Squires from April 1956 on Vita Records. It's called Breath of Air. The Squires at number 550. Here you go.
I came to a bed, I better make good friends with her dad. And if I didn't want to be my wife, I couldn't scheme or cause me my life. A breath of air is what caused it all. I didn't listen to a word she said because I tried for hard to win. That's where I made my biggest mistake. Cause you know, that's when a father walked in. Oh yes, now I told the girl that I had better go, but I'm afraid I'm moving too slow. Cause then a father picked me off the floor, or picked me up and kicked me out the door. A breath of air is what caused it all. I didn't know just what to do. All I know is I was feeling blue. My body shook, my feet said to run, and then the father pulled out a gun. A breath of air is what's caused it all. Now listen to me, friends, here's advice for you. If you ever feel something here, what you do, just open up the window, don't go out the door.
Cause she may not ever get her back no more.
Now I'll turn my story to a song. I hope I didn't make it too long. They wanna know who wrote this song. Gonna tell you I won't do you wrong. A fresh air man wrote this song and gone.
Fresh air man has wrote this song
and gone. Gone.
There you go, coming in at number 550 on the survey. Those are the Squires. The Squires on the Vita record label, released in April of 1956. Breath of Air is the name of that tune. Now, the lead singer on that is Don Bowman. Now, Don Bowman, together with a fellow group member, Dewey Terry, would go on to record as Don and Dewey for Art Rupe's specialty record label. So there you go, a cool group there. Let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show and a special edition on this Thursday afternoon. And one thing also to mention that I think you were able to, I think they played the top 50. I think they played on FUV. But I think you can, if you sent in, I forget the dollar amount, into Relic Records, they George Lavatelli put together a cassette tape you can get of, I think, the top, it must have been the top 50. I don't think it was the top 100. And I think he made comments also as he was playing those records. So it's probably pretty cool. I never did that. I wanted to get I did get the majority of the releases from 1956, actually the majority of the Kreider book. That was my goal to what I collected back in the day. Well, I still do it today, but there's the ones that are left that I need. They're not the cheapest records to find. But anyway, let us continue here. And let's move to number 549 now. This is the first of two that I own on this label. Okay, this label called All Star. It was owned by Leo Rogers and Sid Archie. Now, I don't know of any other releases on this All Star label. I think there's another label called All Star, but it might be like Country or Boppers or whatever, but it wasn't the New York label. Okay, the group is called the Five Vets. Now, according to Louis Silvani, that all the members of this group were at one time in the military. Hence, they came up with the name the Five Vets. Now, this is the intended A-side of this release here by them. And the only known member of this group is Andrew Barksdale. And he gets a writer credit on the flip side of this 45. That shows up later on the survey. Some of these songs the flip sides will show up. I'll mention that because I have them all in an Excel spreadsheet. I put them in there, and I'm methodically going through the research and rewriting all the rewrites that I have done in the past. So, but you'll hear the flip later on. Now, Barksdale takes most of the lead on this side, on this tune. He previously sang bass with the Sparks of Rhythm that recorded for the Apollo record label. But let's go to mid-1956 for this release. Coming in at number 549, the Five Vets on All Star. It's called You're in Love, the Five Vets.
Well, baby, now
We can sing it and dance, no one there.
baby, now
We smell blossoms and the trees are bare.
will it
All day long we sing songs
to
walk on air.
I wonder why.
We wonder why,
Yes, I wonder why.
we wonder why.
Well, baby, now
We keep tossing in our sleep at night.
Well, now
And once more we lost our
appetite.
appetite.
Boom, boom, boom.
There is nothing you can take to that melody. And you're not sick, you're just in love.
You see me, there's no someone there.
I rub down with some melody cloth. There is nothing you can take to leave that melody. You're not sick, you're just in love. Go ahead,
Singing
on my shoulder, to leave someone who's older. I rub down with some melody cloth.
Wow, that is a long fade on that record. There you go. Those are the Five Vets, mid-1956 release there. That's on the All-Star record label. You're in Love is the name of the tune, and that is the flip side will return. I forget where it is, but it will. And we continue here for a Thursday. If you are new to this program, and those of you tuning in for the first time, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about this program. Had a great show last night. Copyright Police got me at about 12:30 is what they did. But then I closed with like a oddball record, and they left me alone on the closer. But I don't know. But at least it's going longer. Okay, it's going longer. But anyway, let us continue here on a special edition of the Vinyltreasure Show as we continue with the Relic Countdown as we head out to California now for entry number 548. And after Richard Berry left the Flares in 1954, he continued to record, had some releases with a female group. They were called the Dreamers. Also with Arthur Lee May and the Crowns, and some solo efforts just as Ricky. Then in 1956, he would team up with Godoy Colbert, Noel Collins, and Robert Harris to form a group called the Pharaohs. And their debut single, which I featured a couple weeks ago on the Saturday night show, was called Teenager's Love Song. But the flip of that comes in at number 548, and it sounds like Berry ripped this tune from the Jayhawks Cadets tune. Okay, so you can be the judge. But it mentions on the label, it features Ricky, and that Ricky is really Richard Berry on the lead. Let's go to September of 1956, coming in at number 548 on the survey. These are the Pharaohs on Leon Renee's Class Records. It's called Watusi, number 548.
A big celebration was going on, a rocking and a rolling since break of dawn. I said, oh, come on, baby, let's rock. They kept the beat with the beat beating on the ground. The snakes and the lizards was a crawling around. The tom-tom was a beating with a mighty sound. The Watusi. Well, we rocked all day and we rocked all night. We rocked to the left and then we rocked to the right. The elephants came and they were tough. The lights started rolling and things got rough. I looked for my baby and she was a wreck. A boa constrictor wrapped around her neck. Ow! What's going on around here? Watusi. They kept the beat with the beat beating on the ground. The snakes and the lizards was a crawling around. The tom-tom was a beating with a mighty sound. The Watusi. Well, I broke away from a grizzly bear. I jumped in a plane and I took to the air. We reached the States and just by chance, trying to make the big rock and roll dance. When me and my baby hit the floor, we did a brand new dance they never saw before. The beat with a beat beating on the floor. The cat was a rocking to and fro. The band was a bopping. You could hear him blow the Watusi. The Watusi. Yeah, the Watusi.
Okay, there you go. Coming in at number 548 on the survey. Those are the Pharaohs. Richard Berry on lead. Now, not that I don't know if I would have made that if I was going to vote on this record, I would have voted for the flip side, but the flip side doesn't make the survey. A teenager's love song, it doesn't make it. That would have been the side if I was hard pressed to vote on this record. But anyway, somebody did. September 56, that's on Class Records, the Pharaohs with Richard Berry on lead, Watusi, kind of like a takeoff of Stranded in the Jungle for that one. That's why I say sometimes some of these records amaze me. Like this next record, I was like, well, who knew this record? Okay, not for anything, but listen, and I have this because, not that I remember anybody ever playing it, because I collected the Vita label. I probably bought this from like Doug Hanners or something. That was when he would send out his lists, and I would look for the missing numbers, but we go out to Pasadena, California again for this girl group here. Back to Larry Mead's Vita label. Now, this group consisted of Sandy Mills, Cindy LaTulip, Winnie Fell, and lead singer on this. Her name is B.J. Kunkel, Kunkel. Collectively, they were known as B.J. and the Living Dolls. And if you look on the label, I posted this on my Facebook wall, you can see a picture of the group, as Vita sometimes did that. They would put pictures of the group, and there's a little box there, and you would see their picture, maybe mostly on the promos, but not always. The tune written by Dorinda Morgan, okay, it's which I think, I don't know if that was one of the relatives of one of the girls, but it's with Duke Coleman and the orchestra, coming in at number 547. This was released in September of 1956 on the Vita label, B.J. and the Living Dolls. The song is called Too Young Blues. B.J. and the Living Dolls, number 547. Here you go.
My mama says I'm too young, my daddy says so too. If I don't grow up soon, I don't know what I'm gonna do. They never listen. Although I try, I don't get through. Oh, no one understands me, and I've got those too young blues. Well, my friends all think I
really, that's not really a bad record, to be honest with you, but interesting to make the survey, though, I would say. But that's September 1956, number 547 on the survey. BJ and the Living Dolls is the name of the group. It's on Larry Mead's Vita Records. It's called Too Young Blues. Now, BJ would have a solo effort on the Vita label in 1957. Let us continue here on this special edition of the Vinyltreasure Show, and we go to entry number 546 now, a group from Detroit, Michigan, you all know, and they would go on to become one of the top acts for Berry Gordy Jr.'s Motown empire in the mid-1960s. Talking about the Four Tops here, but they began their recording career back in 1955 singing backup on two 45s, one by Carol Hayes and the other by Dolores Carroll, both on the Chateau label. I only have one of those two. I forget which one, but I only have one. But they would sign with Leonard Chess's Chess label for this one release. That comes in at number 546. It features a 19-year-old Levi Stubbs, and he is singing in his natural baritone voice on this from April 1956 at number 546. Here are the Four Tops. The Four Tops on the Chess record label. It's called Kiss Me Baby, number 546. Yes, David Silberg, early Four Tops, really the Four Tops that would go on to record for the Motown empire. That is 19-year-old Levi Stubbs on lead, April 1956. I guess we can call that really their first true release on the Chess record label, Kiss Me Baby, although they backed up those two gals on the Chateau label. But that is number 546 on the survey. Let's move now. We head to the Bronx, New York for entry number 545. This is on Zell Sanders' J&S record label. This is probably, would I say, the first, I guess, money record you can call it, because I remember on this 45, Greg Surik called me up on the phone. I was an accounting controller for this company, LK Comstock. They were a subsidiary of Railworks. So I get a phone call, and he says to me, he goes, Johnny, I'm down here in the lobby. I said, you're in the lobby of the building in White Plains? He goes, yeah, and I want to show you a couple records here if you want them. So I was like, okay. So I go down in the lobby, and this is one of the records. So not that I had cash on me, but I did. I paid him, I forget what it was for this, but it wasn't really cheap. I will tell you that much. So I said, what is this record? He says on J. He goes, well, you collect the J&S label, don't you? But it's not an easy record to find. I says, okay. So it was funny because the security guard is like, what are these guys doing down here? Exchanging money for this, what's in this box? And so he sees me looking at I'm actually in the lobby looking at the record in the light. So people are walking in and out of the lobby going, what are these people doing here? And it was really odd. But anyway, well, that's how I got this 45. And this is on Zell Sanders' J&S record label. And one of the first groups she would sign was this trio of very young girls. Now, they are really young sounding. I think they were like 7, 8, and 9 years old, okay? And all of them were of preteen age, okay? And that is what she named the group. She named them the Preteens. And this features, this was the house band, the Chi-Tan 5, are providing the instrumentation on this, coming in at number 545 on the survey from June 56. Here are the Preteens on J&S Records, and it's called What Makes Me Love You Like I Do, the Preteens. Here you go. There you go. They're called the Preteens, although I will tell you that it sounded like maybe that was Zell Sanders in the background. There was an older voice in there in the background, I would say. But I don't know. Karen Efron mentions the hardest record on the label. I would think the Climbers, the hardest record on the label for the J&S are the Climbers. Okay, both their records are pretty hard. And maybe also the Plants are on there too. I don't have the first press of one of them. Not that it would go for thousands of dollars, but those Climbers will. because they're really hard to find on the original. But anyway, there you go, number 545 from June 56. They're called the Preteens. The Preteens on the JNS record label. What Makes Me Love You Like I Do is the name of the tune. Johnny G here on a Thursday. This is a special edition of the Vinyltreasure Show. I'll be doing this for the next few weeks. I don't think I'll be doing the show on September 11th, but on September 18th, we're going to make the announcement here that I will have a special in-studio guest here on that Thursday. And we probably will be having, from time to time, in-studio guests here on the Thursday afternoon show. But Bill Old will be returning to Johnny G's Vinyltreasure Show as a guest collector on Thursday, September 18th. I haven't posted it up yet, but I will put this up when I put up the next week's shows coming up. But he will be here September 18th, 2025 from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. The program will be a special on rhythm and blues vocal groups and single artists from original studio recording sessions of previously unissued songs or alternate takes from the 1950s and the early 1960s. Now, the unissued tracks were later released on 45 RPM singles, album compilations, or CDs. So I think the majority of them are LP cuts. I have to practice on my cueing. Is what I have to practice. Okay, the program will feature many highly regarded artists with lesser-known recordings, which record company management decided not to issue at the time of their recorded sessions, for whatever reasons they are. Now, the quality on many of the previously unissued tracks will likely be a treat for the listeners of the Johnny G Show. Okay, well, usually with somebody commented on my YouTube page for last night's show, they said, well, how come your record sounds so great on your set? And I said, my Shure shell heads are wired with copper wire. I use mono cartridge, and they're cheap. Not the 78 cartridges. They're like, well, he gives me a break, okay? But they go for like $85 for each stylus. These are much cheaper, and I think they're auto. I think I told you before what they are. These are the even they use the boxes. They're like generically done here in the U.S. and they put it in the Orthophon, Orthophon. That's the real box. That's what they look like. And then they still put them in the box. This isn't. I didn't see it, but anyway. But this is a 78 one, and this is this 78. I have one handy here in case I have to play a 78 cut needle of 45. But anyway, there you go. So Bill Old will be here. I've been kind of busy to tie up some ends on the studio here, but I will be doing that probably this afternoon, and we will take care of that. It's just been kind of crazy with my issues with my father, but he's better today, and I was able to come on and do the show here today. My sister's here, and she's downstairs with my parents, so that is a good thing. But anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. I didn't show you the other copies I have of this next record, but this next group up next is out of New Haven, Connecticut, comes in at number 544. Now, in 1954, the group was led, or I should say the lead singer of this group, he was 17 years old. His name was Fred Paris. He was the lead, of a group called the Scarlets. And they signed to Bobby Robinson's Red Robin record label. Now, the group would break up after some were drafted by Uncle Sam, but Fred would form a new group, which included Lou Peoples, Ed Martin, Stanley Dortch, and Jim Freeman. And they would change their name to the Five Satins, signing with Marty Kugel's Standard label. Now, the B-side to their second release, okay, I guess on the, was it on Standard as a B-side? Let me see. Yeah. The release on standard is a B-side. That was the intended B-side. Comes in at number 544. The tune written by the lead singer Fred Pharoahs. Al Silvers would purchase the masters and issue it on his Ember label. I'm featuring it on the Ember label because it's a better sounding, better quality on that. My standard isn't the greatest. I should have I had a chance to buy this, and I should have taken it, but it was too much money. I was like, I got a nice copy on Ember anyway. But let's give it a spin here. From March of 1956, coming in at number 544. These are the Five Satins, Fred Pharoahs and the Five Satins, featuring it on the Ember label. The song is called The Jones Girl, number 544. Here you go.
Everybody talking about the Jones Girl. Everybody talking about the Jones Girl. Everybody talking about the Jones Girl. Yeah, everybody talking about the Jones Girl. Well, everybody talking about the Jones Girl. Ooh, Jones Girl, Jones Girl. Well, now everybody's talking about the Jones Girl. Yes, everybody's talking about the Jones Girl. She's sweet, she's fine, she makes me lose my mind. I love her so, I never ever let her go. Jones Girl, Jones Girl. One day while walking home from school, trying to learn to go to school, I saw Miss Jones, my heart skipped a beat. I knew right then she was my beat. I love her so, I never ever let her go. Jones Girl, Jones Girl. Hey. Jones Girl. Everybody's talking about the Jones Girl. Yes, everybody's talking about the Jones Girl. Love her so, never ever let her go. Yes, I love her so, I never ever let her go. Jones Girl, Jones Girl. Everybody's talking about the Jones Girl.
I guess we'll say B-sides here on the Vinyltreasure Show. There you go, coming in at number 544. Fred Pharoahs and the Five Satins, that is their first release on the Ember label that I featured it off of. March 1956, The Jones Girl is the name of the tune. I'm sure the flip side will surface somewhere on the survey. I'm sure it will as we continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Back to the West Coast we go for entry number 543. Now, the lead singer here, his name is Cornell Gunther, and who first recorded with the Flares. Now, they were signed to the Bahari Brothers Flair record label. Now, Cornell would leave the group in early 1955 to form the Jackalacks with a release on the Tampa label. I have that 45, by the way. Then in 1956, he would recruit ex-Flair member Obie Young Jesse, Thomas Fox, and Randy Jones, along with Fred Roman of the Native Boys, of the Native Boys on Modern, to record as Cornell Gunther and the Ermines. They would have 4 releases on Zeke Manor's Loma label out of Beverly Hills, California, and their third release comes in at number 543. And I like this record a lot. I think this was Seymour Simon's copy. I think he sold me this record from April 1956, coming in at number 543. A great tune, I'd say. Cornell Gunther and the Ermines on the Loma label. It's called Keep Me Alive, number 543.
You are. Keep me alive with your warm-hearted kisses. Keep me alive with your thrilling embrace. The way you caress me
alive. Keep me alive with those sweet words you whisper. I'm so alive when I'm in your embrace. You know exactly what it takes to keep me alive. Ooh, there would be no happiness, no matter what I try to do. My life would be forever troubled if it wasn't just for you. Oh, keep me alive with those sweet words you whisper. I'm so alive when I'm in your embrace. I'll go on living for you, darling. Well, keep me alive. There would be no happiness, no matter what I try to do. My life would be forever trouble if it wasn't just for you. Oh, keep me alive with those sweet words you whisper. I'm so alive when I'm in your embrace. I'll go on living for you, darling. Well, keep me alive. You are.
Yeah, I like that one. That's my favorite of all the tunes on the Loma label by Cornell Gunther and the Ermines, coming in at number 543 on the survey from April 56. Keep Me Alive is the name of the tune. Now, interesting that it was unfortunate that on February 26th of 1990, Cornell Gunther was murdered in Las Vegas. He was shot in the chest at the age of 53. Don't know the circumstances, but that unfortunately happened to him. But a great singer, he really was. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, let's go to entry number 542 now by this group from Harvey, Illinois. They were all schoolmates at Thornton Township High. Now, the original group included Johnny Jr. Funches, tenor, lead on the ballads, Michael Mickey McGill, tenor, Vernie Allison, tenor, Louis McGill, Michael's brother, tenor, and Marvin Jr., baritone and lead on the up-tempos, and Chuck Barksdale as the bass. Collectively, you know them as the Dells. This is their fourth release on Vivian Carter's VJ record label. Comes in at number 542, written by the lead singer, Marvin Jr. This is with Al Smith and his orchestra, from released in December of 1956. The Dells come in at number 542. And their tune is called I Wanna Go Home. The Dells.
Well, I wanna go home. Die.
go with the Dells on Vivian Carter's VJ record label. That's one you don't often hear. Okay, that's why I'm surprised. Well, nothing's wrong with that record. I think it's pretty. I think the Dells. It's great to listen to the Dells. It is December '56 release. That's their fourth release on Vivian Carter's VJ Records. Marvin Jr. on lead. I Wanna Go Home is the name of the tune. And I'm sure the Dells will return to the survey as we continue here on a special edition of the Vinyltreasure Show. If you are new to this program, please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. Tell your friends about it. This is the second show of the week. I'll be back here next Thursday with more from this countdown, and we'll be back Saturday night beginning at 9 p.m. on Oldies and More Radio, also live on YouTube with all your requests from the 50s and early 1960s. I play those records by year, so you can email Johnny G at vinyltreasures@aol.com. Let us continue now to entry number 541, and this is the first, I guess, if anybody worked for me, this would be an unexcusable mistake, only because it's right there in black and white on the label, the release date of this record. So, again, taking it from the Kreider book, shame on Kreider for getting this wrong, because maybe he didn't own the record, because lots of the Mercury releases around this time period have the release date on the label. Now, maybe it was recorded, if you want to say it was recorded, but no. This really belonged in the 1957 survey, okay, because Mercury Records would put release dates on the right side of the label. I'll show it to you again. You can take note. But anyway, so this mistake could have been avoided. Not the others, though, but this one could have and should have. This one was released in January 4th of 1957. It's by the Penguins, a great group out of Los Angeles, California. Now, they left Dootsy Williams' Dutone record label and connected with Buck Ram, okay, who was instrumental with convincing A&R man for Mercury Records, that was Bob Shad, to sign both at the same time, the Penguins, who I think was the featured group, and the Platters to the Mercury label. Of course, it was the Platters that became the big stars for the label. But this was the group's final single. Well, that was way back then, originally. But this was the group's final single for Mercury. It was their seventh release for the Mercury label. Written by group member Curtis Williams, but it features Cleve Duncan on lead for this. This one released in January of 1957, but Johnny G is featuring it. It's close enough for government work. The Penguins on the Mercury label, coming in at number 541. It's called Will You Be Mine? The Penguins.
Will you be mine? Will you be mine? Forever, my darling. Please be mine. Be mine. Be mine. Can't stop loving you. And always will. love you, darling, and always will. You're the one I adore. To you I give my life, ever and ever. Evermore will you be mine? Will you be mine? You're my dream girl. So please be mine. Please, please be mine. Please say you'll be mine.
There you go. Coming in at number 540. 541. Johnny G moving ahead of himself. That was the seventh release on the Mercury record label for the Penguins, their final release for Mercury. That's Cleve Duncan on lead. The Penguins with Will You Be Mine. That one there released in January of 57. And it's not that easy to put together a... it has run through my mind to, with all the listeners I have to this, to my show, and there's a way to potentially do it, I think, on YouTube that I could have my listeners vote on the songs. I could do that. I have to look into it a little bit more. Maybe I can, but I may try. But I have no time at this point in my in what's going on in my life at this period of time. But that would be a cool thing to do, to see what the listeners would vote for to do that. You might be able to do it online. There's ways to do it. I know I know Oldies and More would have a. They had where their listeners would vote for artists, but I have, over 3,000 subscribers. I would ask them to vote on their top 5 songs, which might be interesting to give them a field of records to do that. I'm just thinking in advance, that's all. But anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Now, entry number 540 is what caused Johnny G to cancel the show last week, because I couldn't find this record. Of course, it was filed under the wrong group, okay? It should have been I could understand it being under the Medallions, where it should have been, but it was under the Meadowlarks, and really it should have been filed in the G box. So what you have to do is, at least what I do, is you're supposed to file your records so you can easily get to them. Okay, especially when you're doing a request show. That is the main thing to do. Where are they going to be? And sometimes I don't want to do that, but since I got to think of it, if I'm pulling records out to play, not that I would want to, the uncredited group is here, let me put it in with all the others. If I was doing a special on those groups, which actually I'm not supposed to do, okay, I'm not supposed to play more than, I think, 3 songs an hour by the same group or something like that. I just got some regulations from internet radio, which I think is different than regular radio. There's differences. But anyway, I mean, if I was just on my own platform, I wouldn't care. But I have to abide by the rules of Oldies and More, which actually have a lot more leeway than YouTube does. I would love to play Elvis and, Buddy Holly and all those records, but I can't do it on this platform. It's unfortunate. But that's the way of the world today. But let us continue with this record that stuck in my gourd last week. And we stay out in Los Angeles, California with entry number 540. And it's on Art Roop's specialty label. Now, the lead singer of this group first sang with the Medallions for Dootsy Williams' Dutone record label. His name, Vernon Green, who eventually was fed up with the royalties that they were not being paid to him. And as, the Penguins felt the same way too, by the way. So Vernon put together a group called the Phantoms, which included Bobby Relf, tenor lead of the Laurels, and the future Bob of Bob and Earl, Jerry Williams, tenor, and Johnny Moss, who was the bass. Now, the group originally appeared wearing hoods over their heads during live performances. Okay, and they were called the Phantoms. Okay, this co-written by the lead singer Vernon Green, coming in at number 540 on the survey, released in July of 1956. Here are Vernon Green and the Phantoms on Art Roop's specialty label. It's called The Old Willow Tree, number 540. Here you go.
Oh, how when the dark turns to light, I'll still be standing by that old willow tree. Oh, how I love you. I love you so. The way I love you, you just won't ever know. Now you have gone and left me standing under that old willow tree. Hey, wherever you may be, my heart will be there too. Begging you to please come home. Oh, I love you, darling. I love you so much, so much. I'll never let you go. I need you, darling. Thrill at your touch, but my only mistake is I love you much too much. When the dark turns to light, I'll still be standing by that old willow tree.
All right, there you go. Coming in at number 540 on the survey, July 56 release there for Vernon Green and the Phantoms. Okay, the Phantoms on that one, The Old Willow Tree. And that one there on Art Roop's specialty record label. Let us continue here on the Relic Survey. Entry number 539 is out of Phoenix, Arizona, is by a group called the Tads. Now, this was first issued on the local Liberty Bell label. Now, it would be picked up by Randy Wood's Dot label for national distribution. And I should have pulled the Dot to show you guys and gals. But the tune written by the lead singer of the group, his name was Leroy Fully Love. And he's being backed up by, or they're being backed up by the Jimmy Wilcox and his band. And this is from October of 1956, number 539. Here are the Tads on Liberty Bell Records, and the song is called Your Reason, the Tads.
Your reason, your reason, your reason, your reason. I knew you didn't love me. After all the things you said last night, I guess it is better to quit than to fight. You're leaving me, but I don't know why. But I promise until I die, no matter what you say or do, I will always love you. Tell me your reason.
hard to do my best. And I found out you love someone else before. Oh, my dear, before there'll always be a place in my heart for you and you alone till you return back. Why we couldn't get along.
Yeah, there you go. That is some ballad lover. Joe Shekatano, did you vote for that record? Because that is a true collector of the music that would have voted for that tune. A great tune there by the Tads. That's Leroy Fully Love on lead on that one. October 1956. Featured it on the Liberty Bell record label. The Tads with Your Reason, number 539. Let's go to 538 now. This was Billy Ward and his Dominoes. Now, this was the only single that Federal released by the group in the year 1956. In April that year, they supposedly signed with Decca Records on January 20th. Wait, I should say this was released in April of 56, yes, but they supposedly signed with Decca Records on January 29th of 1955, but they didn't record for Decca for almost a year. Now, this song was recorded at a session held on January 6th of 1955. Now, at this session were Jackie Wilson, Prentice Moreland, Milton Merle, and Cliff Givens. Now, the songs recorded that day were Can't Do 60 No More, Give Me You, It Never Gets, If I Never Get to Heaven, and this tune coming in at number 538. It features the great Jackie Wilson on lead. This one recorded in 1955 but released in April of 1956. Billy Ward and his Dominoes on Federal Records. Jackie Wilson on lead. It's called Bobby Sox Baby, coming in at number 538. Whoops.
Bobby Sox baby, Bobby Sox baby, dancing with me, dancing with me. Bobby Sox baby, Bobby Sox baby, dancing with me, dancing with me. You're just as crazy as a daisy, floating on the deep blue sea. Feeling and a rockin', feeling and rockin', feeling so fine, feeling so fine. Reeling and a rockin', reeling and rockin', feeling so fine, feeling so fine. You're just as groovy as a movie, playing in a dream divine. Swing me high, swing me high, swing me low, swing me low. Me oh my, hey, let's go. Bobby Sox baby, Bobby Sox baby, I think you like mad, think you like mad. Bobby Sox baby, Bobby Sox baby, I think you like mad, think you like mad. You're the latest and the greatest baby that I ever You're just as crazy as a daisy, floating on the deep blue sea. You're just as groovy as a movie, playing in a dream divine. Swing me high, swing me high, swing me low, swing me low. Me oh my, hey, let's go. Bobby socks, baby.
Bobby socks, baby.
I dig you like mad.
Dig you like that.
Bobby socks, baby.
Bobby socks, baby.
I dig you like mad.
Dig you like that.
You're the latest and the greatest, baby, that I ever had. You're the latest and the greatest, baby, that I ever had. You're the latest and the greatest, baby, that I ever had.
There you go. There you go. The sound of Billy Ward and the Dominoes. That's with Jackie Wilson on lead. Johnny G losing his mind. Song entitled Bobby Socks Baby. That one there from April 1956, although recorded earlier on the Federal record label. And that one there, number 538. Well, thank you, Tony Barcia. That's very nice of you saying that the shows are enjoyable here. Well, that's what I wanted to be, really, because I wanted to be different than the other shows that are out there. So I don't want to do the same thing. So if you were listening to the radio, you have like you approach it differently. But here with the visual, it's different because I think it gives you a different aspect on the music because you really get to see it. Lots of people don't have a lot of these records, except many of you collectors that tune into this program. So I think if you're a collector of this music, this should really be your show to go to, at least to see the records. And I try to make sure I present a quality record because I think it's one thing to hear the music. And I mean, I put a lot of time and effort into the show, and I think maybe a lot of you see that and appreciate it. So I appreciate you tuning in to stay for the hours that you do, and the people that wait for me when I'm late and whatever, and all the communications. I get so many great emails from people, and you know who you are, because I tell you, listeners, many of you, that your emails are inspiring to me in what you say, in how I present it. So, so I don't want to like rush it and just. That's why I get flustered sometimes because I don't have all the time to do a lot of the research that I do, because anything that I did, even in my work environment, I didn't want to just do something because the upper management didn't like it, and they said, you didn't spend any time on this, and this is poor quality. So it was kind of like embedded in my mind that I try to do as best as I can on the record. And sometimes I'm sleepwalking through the show because I only had maybe 4 hours of sleep or whatever, because I thought my life would become easier in retirement, but it has become much harder in retirement. But I need to find a balance, and this kind of stabilizes me to listen to the music, and because I've always gravitated toward the music in times of, unsettling, things that happen in my life. So I think it's a good thing, and I'm glad that people are tuning in. I mean, it's not, listen, this is the Johnny G Studios as it is. I've got a lot of compliments on it, and I have to thank the people that helped me with this studio here, because it makes the show even better. And I just glad that people get enjoyment from this show. So when I get comments like from Tony Barcia that he says things like that he enjoys the show, it really makes me feel good about it. So thank you all for that. I hope you're enjoying this show. And if you are, please give me a thumbs up and tell your friends about this program. And if you do have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. I know Tony is a big fan of the 78s, as many of you are, and have let me know that you like the 78s, but we will get back to the 78s. Just trying to get things organized a little bit more here because of all the records. You haven't seen the basement. I'm going to have to show Bill O the basement next time he comes, and he'll see that. Then he'll gasp. But anyway, let us continue here on the Relic Countdown, as number 537 is by the Coasters. Now, this LA-based group formed by writer, producers, and label owners Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller. Now, this group was an extension of the Robins, led by Carl Gardner and bass Bobby Nunn, both former members of the Robins, along with second tenor Leon Hughes. He was founder of the Hollywood Four Flames, by the way, back in 1950, and former member of the Lamplighters in 1953, and Billy Guy. Billy Guy is from Bip and Bop, that recorded for Aladdin. That's a 45 I have in the collection from 1955. But here's the B-side to the first Coasters release on the Atco record label. This tune written by Lieber and Stoller. It features Carl Gardner on lead, coming in at number 537 on the survey, released in February of 56. The Coasters with their tune called Turtle Dovin'. The Coasters, number 537. Here you go.
Ba-din-do-wop, wop, 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 ba-din-do-wop, wop, 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 ba-din-do-wop. My baby, she don't go to show. Ba-din-do-wop. She don't put on no fancy clothes. Ba-din-do-wop. I never have to spend a dime. Ba-din-do-wop. She'd rather stay home and pass the time. Ba-din-do-wop.
Yeah, that's Carl Gardner and the Coasters coming in at number 537 on the survey, February 56 release. That's on the Maroon Atco label there for the first press of that. Turtle Dovin' is the name of the tune, number 537. Let's move to entry number 536 now. Now, the point values changed at this point. Everything prior to this received a 1 point. So they were number 20 selections by whoever their ballots were sent in for. But from this point on, I think the next 14 songs fell into the number 19 slot on their ballots, thus receiving 2 points. And this is another, I guess, B-side, we'll call it, by this group from Chicago, Illinois. They were known as the Magnificents, and they were all students at Hyde Park High School when they got together, recording as the Tams, as they would wear those Tam O'Shanter hats that somebody sent me. I said, what is the Tam O'Shanter? And he sent me pictures of it, so thank you. I forget who that was, but it was somebody in the UK, I think. Now, they were spotted at a talent show by Nathaniel Montague. Now, he was a disc jockey on Chicago's WAAF, and he was known as the Magnificent Montague, and he decided to manage them and was instrumental with them signing with Vivian Carter's VJ record label. Now, their debut single was a song called Up on the Mountain, which featured Johnny Keys on lead. But the flip comes in at number 536, and actually it was I think it was L.A. Arch that requested this not too long ago for the Saturday night show. This features Thurman Ramsey on lead from April 1956, coming in at number 536. Here are the Magnificents on VJ Records. It's called Why Did She Go, number 536.
Darling, sweetheart, sugar, honey, darling, baby, oh, I've lost her. Where did she go? I've lost her. Oh, I need her so, both night and day. Why did she go away? Did she go away? I love her, and she once loved me. Oh, oh my dear, please come back to me. So all alone. Why did she go? Why did she go? I remember the night that she said that she loved me so. But she's gone away, and she's caused me pain, caused me misery. Oh, oh, oh. I love you. Please come back to me. Oh, oh my dear, say that you miss me so all alone, because I love her so. Loved her so.
Yeah, that's a great tune there, I have to say. That is the side, I say. I would have bought that record for that side. April 1956, coming in at number 536. Those are the Magnificents. Thurman Ramsey, he's the lead singer on that. Why Did She Go is the name of the tune on the VJ record label. And we move to number 535 now. Up next, a group that originally was from the Red Hook section of Brooklyn. They first formed back in 1949. Now, at that time, the trio included Tommy Romano, Tommy Gilberto, and accordionist Phil Benty. Collectively, they were known as the Three Chuckles. Now, in 1953, Pat Benty would leave the group, and he was replaced by 15-year-old Teddy Randazzo, and he then became the lead singer of the group. Their debut single was a song called Runaround, was first issued on the Boulevard label back in 1954. It would get picked up by the RCA subsidiary X Records. Now, X Records Records would morph into Vic Records. Now, this was their 7th release. Actually came out on X, I think, first, and then it was also issued on the Vic label, and that's how I have it. Now, with this recording, 4 gals were asked to accompany them. They were Ruth Tregety, Doris Dow, Gloria Mudell, and Lois Winter. And they're back. They were added to the group for this recording. Of course, it features Teddy Randazzo on lead. And coming in at number 535, I was surprised that this made the survey. This is from February 1956. Let's give a listen to the 3 Chuckles. The 3 Chuckles on the Vic record label. It's called And the Angels Sing, number 535.
Sing, 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 the angels sing, 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 the angels sing, sing, sing,
and the angels sing,
sing, sing,
the angels
sing the sweetest song I ever heard. Sing, sing, the angels
you speak,
sing, sing,
and the angels sing,
sing, sing,
or am I
breathing music into every word. Sing, sing, the angels sing.
Suddenly the setting is strange. I can see water and moonlight,
The angels
silver waves that break on some undiscovered shore.
Sing,
Then suddenly I see it all change. Long winter night with the candle gleaming
through it on your face that I adore. Sing, sing, the angels
You smile,
sing, sing,
and the angels sing,
sing, sing.
and though it's
Just a gentle murmur at the start. Sing, sing,
we kiss, and the angels sing,
and leave their music ringing in my heart.
Suddenly the setting is strange. I can see water and moonlight beaming, silver waves that break on some undiscovered shores. Then suddenly I see it all change. Long winter night with the candle gleaming
Through it on your face that I adore. Sing, sing, the angels sing, 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 the angels
You smile,
sing, sing,
and the angels sing,
sing, sing.
and though it's
Just a gentle murmur at the start. Sing, sing,
oh, we kiss, and the angels sing,
and leave their music ringing in my heart. Sing, 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 the angels sing, 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 the angels sing, 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 the angels sing, sing, sing.
and the angels sing.
There you go. Those are the those are the 3 Chuckles. 3 Chuckles coming in at number 535. That is Teddy Randazzo on lead, February 1956 release there on the Vic record label is where I featured it, and the Angels Sing. Now, Tony Barcia says that this tune was a Benny Goodman song. Okay, there you go. As we continue here on the Relic Countdown, if you are new to this program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Also, click that bell to get notifications. And if you like what you're hearing, please give Johnny G a thumbs up. I just found out, I was checking out on those of you in the UK, if you can check it, it looks like that the video was blocked in the UK. I have to check it. I didn't get a notification, so one of the songs that I played last night was blocked in the UK. So that means I'm going to have to remove that, because I have too many listeners in the UK that listen to that show on the archive. So I have to remove that song. And I will check it out after the show, but it's going to erase the chat. It's unfortunate, but they did. I wonder what it is. I will find out. But anyway, let's continue here. And I didn't know which one to play on this on entry number 534, because I do have the rare press of this and a nice copy of it too. It just doesn't sound good on the styrene, okay? So it sounds so much better on the Ember Records that picked it up. But let's go back to New Haven, Connecticut for entry number 534. Now, this group, they all got together as students attending a Millhouse High School in New Haven, Connecticut, where Joe Alderman, who was a news reporter, if anybody's familiar with station WELI-AM, heard them sing and became their manager. And then the group included Gordon Henry, he was first tenor, Richie Freeman, second tenor, Fred Harris, baritone, Joe Bash, bass, and the lead singer on this, his name is Wes Forbes. Collectively, they were known as the Starlarks, okay? And this originally released on the local, I think he owned this label, Joel Alderman. He owned the Elm label. And this was written by the lead singer of the group, Wes Forbes. Now, Al Silver, owner of Herald Ember, heard this song and released it in January of 1957. So I decided to feature the Ember release only because it sounds better, but I'll play a little bit of that Elm thing. Elm single. You'll hear the difference, but it's only because it sounds better on the Ember label. Originally released in September of 1956, these are the Starlarks. Originally on Elm, with Wes Forbes on lead at number 534. It's called Send Me a Picture, Baby, the Starlarks. Here you go.
Well, I was overseas and all alone. I wanted a picture from my baby back home. Well, send me a picture, baby, till I come back home. Tell you I love you, all my dear. Baby, baby, I won't be long. Save your love till I come home. Oh, send me a picture, baby, till I come back home. Say sincerely I love you, you're my very own. Baby, baby, I won't be long. Save your love till I come home. Oh, send me a picture, baby, till I come back home. Say sincerely I love you, you're my very own. Well, send me a picture, baby, till I come back home. Yeah, send me a picture, baby, till I come back home. Say sincerely I love you, you're my very own.
There you go. Now, coming in at number 534 on the survey, that's Wes Forbes and the Starlarks, September 1956. Send Me a Picture is the name of the tune. Featured it on the Ember label, the Ember promo. Listen to how it sounds on the Elm single here. This is the Styrene press. Here you go. Listen.
Well, I was overseas and all alone. I wanted a picture from my baby back home. Well, send me a picture, baby, till I come back home. Tell you I love you, you're my very own. Baby, baby, I won't be long. Save your love till I come home. Oh, send me a picture, baby, till I come back home. Say sincerely I love you, you're my very own. Baby, baby, I won't be long. Save your love till I come home. Oh, send me a picture, baby, till I come back home. Say sincerely I love you, you're my very own.
I don't want to play it twice, but anyways, so it's whoops. So you can it's kind of like I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit more washed out on the Styrene single there. But anyway, that's why I featured it on the Ember label. But still, that's really a hard record to find, especially to find it clean on the Elm record label. Number 534, the Starlarks with "Send Me a Picture, Baby." Send Johnny G an email at vinyltreasures@aol.com. And if you get me your requests for either the Wednesday night show or the Saturday night show, our third show of the week. Hope you're enjoying this countdown here. If you are, we can talk about that too. Johnny G loves to receive email from the listeners. Let us continue here, and let's move to entry number 533 with this singer. Formed his own gospel group in Austin, Texas, singing in churches. He then joined the Kansas City Gospel Singers, and for a while before moving to Los Angeles, Shining Shoes in the Watts area of Los Angeles, where one of his customers heard him sing, and that customer was Dootsie Williams, owner of the Dutone label, who signed him in 1954, and this was his first of two on the subsidiary of Dutone, Authentic Records, and it's a song he wrote. His name is Willie Hedden. So Willie Hedden and the Five Birds comes in at number 533 on the survey, released in December of 1956. The song is called "I Wanna Know." This one here, Willie Hedden and the Five Birds, number 533.
I wanna know, yes, I wanna know, I wanna know, darling, why did you have to go and leave me here by myself? Oh, I'm used to you, baby, don't want nobody else. Don't you leave me, I don't leave me. Well, I need you, oh, yes, I do now. By my side, I'm heartsick, baby, I can hardly close my eyes. Oh, don't you leave me. I said 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna ask you this time, gonna ask you no more. Come on, come over, and hold my hand. Oh, why you do? I just can't understand. Oh yeah.
There you go. Kind of has a gospel feel to it, you got to say. Well, that is where his roots were. That's Willie Hedden and the Five Birds, December 1956, on the Authentic label. That's Dootsie Williams' Authentic label. I Wanna Know is the name of the tune, number 533. We continue here. We got our first flip side to make the 1956 Relic Survey, as we opened up the survey with Harry Douglas and the Deep River Boys on the RCA subsidiary Vic label at number 552. The song was called Whole Wide World. Their first for Vic. The flip comes in at number 532, again featuring Harry Douglas on lead, released in April 56. Here are the Deep River Boys and their tune called All My Love Belongs to You. Charlene, I forgot to put the to you. Coming in at number 532, the Deep River Boys.
Since you gave your heart to me, all my dreams are coming true. Never knew such ecstasy. All my love belonged to you. Every sigh and tender kiss simply thrills me through and through. I have never felt such bliss. All my love belongs to you. Oh, how I love you. From the moment I saw you. Oh, how I need you. More than you'll ever know. All your love and tenderness gave me all this happiness. To the whole world I confess, all my love belongs to you. Oh, how I love you. From the moment I saw you. Oh, how I need you. More than you'll ever know. All your love and tenderness gave me all this happiness. To the whole world I confess, all my love belongs to you. My love belongs to you.
There you go there. That one there, number 532, Deep River Boys. That's Harry Douglas and the Deep River Boys, April 1956 on the Vic label, All My Love Belongs to You. Got to backtrack, folks. I copied in, I played the wrong side on that Willie Hedden. Thank you, Frank, for saying that. As I just realized he's correct on the sheet. It's the wrong side. So we're going to go back and here we get to hear both sides of that record. I don't think that other side made the survey, but we're going to play the correct side here that was voted. So let's flip over that to play the correct side on the Willie Hedden and the Five Birds. It was not I Want to Know. It was called Back Home Again was the side. So I've neglected to change that. Remember, I was doing this write-up at like 4 a.m. in the morning. That was part of the reason why I was behind, because I had to retype the whole list. I couldn't convert it to Excel. So I had to type it. And I'm a fast typer. So I'm a pretty fast typer. I can't do 100 words a minute anymore, but I can do probably 60 or 75 words a minute. But it's different because I'm downstairs. I have the old PC downstairs, so it's easier for me if I have to assist my parents while I'm researching this stuff. I mean, I have most of my materials up here, but I bring them downstairs. So I'm typing like this, and I was up late. You know, it was like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. that I was doing the research, and sometimes I mess up, and I can't get my fingers correctly on the keys. It really shouldn't be that high. It should be lower. But I don't know, I got some table there I have to adjust. But thank you, Frank, for recognizing that. Joe Shacatano, aren't you paying attention also? But let's flip it over here. This was the correct side. Back Home Again was the correct vote for number 533. So let's hear that. This is the right one. Thank you, Frank. Here you go.
Now I'm back home, and I am so free.
I found my baby waiting there for me. Then I kissed her, I took her hand, whispering, darling, I hope you'll understand, darling, I love you, I'll adore you. Oh, I caress you, darling, honey, all I can. If you're lonely, say that you want me here, back again. Oh, yes, I'll stay home, won't go nowhere. Promise if you need me, I'll be right there. Oh, yes, I promise, dear, to do the best I can. Oh, just to prove, darling, I'm still your man. I've been knocked about, talked about, did everything there is. Now I've come back home, be your man to do the best I can. If you're lonely, say that you want me here, back again. Back
Well, that is the better side. Thank goodness we played that side. Definitely worth the play. That's Willie Hedden and the Five Birds coming in at 5:33. The correct side, Back Home Again, is the name of the tune. A cool tune. That's on the Authentic record label, a subsidiary of Dootsy Williams' Dewtone Records, December 56 release. Willie Hedden and the Five Birds. Thanks for that, Frank Chingaro, as we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And entry number 531 is by this group from Newport News, Virginia, and they are always a favorite here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. After their contract ended with Aladdin Records in 1954, their manager, Sol Richfield, got them a contract with RCA's Groove label, cutting 4 sides. A single was released on Groove number 0031. It was called I'll Follow You, back with Lordy Miss Mary, but it was pulled when RCA found out that they were working out a deal with Capitol Records. Okay, they would have 20 releases for the Capitol record label between 1954 and November of 1956. Now their 6th release comes in at number 531, recorded at the group's 4th session for Capitol Records, which was held on August 26th of 1955, but they released this in January of 1956. It features Marilyn Pierce on lead at number 531. These are the 5 keys on Capitol Records from January 56. It's called What Goes On, the 5 keys.
What goes on? What goes on? What goes on? What goes on? What could be? What could be inside of me? I'd like to know. What goes on? what goes on, what goes on is baffling me, since the night you kissed me, dear. The thrill keep lingering on. What goes on? That's my heart. What goes on? Oh, what could be? What could be inside of me? I'd like to know. What makes me wanna go? What goes on? What goes on? What goes on is baffling me, since the night you kissed me, dear. The thrill keep lingering on. What goes on? Ask my heart. What goes on? What goes on? Ask my heart. What goes on?
There you go, the number 531, the Five Keys from January 56. On the Capitol record label, What Goes On is the name of the tune. What's Going On is the 1956 Relic Countdown as we continue here for a Thursday afternoon. Let's go to Philadelphia now for entry number 530. This group first recorded for Herman Lubinsky's Savoy Records as The Dreams. Then in March of 1956, there was a blurb in one of the trade papers that two groups from Philadelphia were now being managed by Stan Pat, and he was the manager for Screamin' Jay Hawkins. Then in June of 1956, another announcement that Al Silver, owner of Herald Ember, would sign the Dreamers, and on September 17th of 1956, they held their only session for Al Silver with 4 songs recorded that day, and the group included Bernard Harris, John Wesley Hayes, Stephen Pressberry, Billy Taylor, and George Tinley. But they decided to change their name from the Dreamers to the Starlights and use an alias for lead singer George Tinley as Kenny Esquire. And this was their first of 2 for the Ember label. Comes in at number 530. This was a song that George Doowop Tompkins turned Johnny G on to from November 1956. Number 530 is by Kenny Esquire and the Starlights. And the song is called They Call Me a Dreamer, number 530.
They call me a dreamer. I guess I'll always be. For in my heart I know I'll always love you so. A dreamer am I. They call me a dreamer. But in my magic world of dreams, I'm never sad nor blue as long as I have you. A dreamer am I. Although they laugh at me, I'm not ashamed, you see. A dreamer, my darling, am I. Well, all my dreams came true, darling, when I found you. A dreamer, my darling, they call me a dreamer. I guess I'll always be. But in my heart I know I guess I'll always be. But in my heart I know I'll always love you so. Oh, dreamer, am I?
That is a nice tune there. What a great record that is. That one there coming in at number 530 on the survey, November 1956. Kenny Esquire, a.k.a. George Tinley, and the Starlights, a.k.a. the Dreamers. On the Ember record label, they call me a dreamer. Johnny G, a dreamer here on a Thursday afternoon. Hope you're digging on the tunes here, the 1956 Relic Survey. Let's go to entry number 529 now, and it's the only release for this group from Brooklyn, New York, and it kicked off Jack and William Angel's Neil label out of New York City. Now, the group included Carl Williams, first tenor, James Straylight, second tenor, Luther Morton, baritone, Bootsy Aaron Broadnick, bass, and lead singer Ronnie Watson. Collectively, they were known as the Young Lads. This tune written by Les Cooper. I think he wrote both sides of this 45, coming in at number 529 from August 1956. The Young Lads on the Neil label. It's called I'm in Love, number 529.
I'm in love with you, baby. You're the cutest girl I know. Oh, yeah. I'm in love with you, baby. You're the cutest girl I know. Oh, yeah. Before I met you, baby, I never had no place to go. Oh, no. I used to sit in my window watching all the pretty girls. Oh, yeah. I used to sit in my window watching all the pretty girls. Oh, yes. But since I met you, baby, I'm the happiest boy in the world. Oh, yes. I'm like the bow-legged rooster, told a pigeon, told it, and baby, I just fell in love again, 'cause I'm in love with you, baby. No other girl can take your place. Oh, no. I'm in love with you, baby. No other girl can take your place. Oh, no. You are sweet as sugar, got the cutest little baby face. I'm like the bow-legged rooster, told a pigeon, told it, and baby, I just fell in love again, 'cause I'm in love with you, baby. No other girl can take your place. I'm in love with you, baby. No other girl can take your place. Oh, no. You are sweet as sugar, got the cutest little baby face. Oh, yeah.
There you go. Kitty Lee's coming in at number 529. That one there released in August of 1956. Those are the Young Lads. The Young Lads on the Neil record label. That is a very young Ronnie Watson on lead. I'm in Love is the name of the tune. I think that Pearl McKinnon would replace Ronnie Watson, I think, later on sometime. I don't know where that was from. Where'd I get that from? I don't know. Johnny G here. I had to, the recording of this, it stopped for some reason. I thought I've had that fixed here. So something's going on. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's this computer. I don't know. Something kind of funky going on when I record, because I use the B-U-T-T to record this show to post it up on my vinyltreasures.net. And it stopped recording, and I use those. I look at my levels to see, if I'm not over-modulating or something. But anyway, I'm still trying to get used to this, but still some bugs to iron out. But let us continue here on the survey. Entry number 528 is from a group by a group from Knoxville, Tennessee. They traveled to New York City to record for Herman Lubinsky's Savoy Records, first backing up someone by the name of Big Miller on a release in December of 1955. Now, the group included Clifford Curry, Thomas Matthews, Herbert Myers, James Myers, and John Myers, and Benjamin Washington, and collectively they were known as the Five Pennies. This was their second release, I guess we'll say, for Savoy Records. It was recorded February 9th of 1956, released in April. It features Clifford Curry on lead. April 56, the Five Pennies come in at number 528, and this is what you need to buy these records. The song is called Money at number 528.
Money, money, money. Money, money, money. Money, money, money. Money, money. Hum, do you hear? Money is a thing every year. Oh, yes. Do you hear? Money is a thing every year. Well, now every week you got to pay your rent. Money is a thing you got to present. Do you hear? Money is a thing every year. Oh, yeah, do you hear? Money is a thing every year. Oh, do you hear? Money is a thing every year. Well, you're standing on the corner testing your rag, but you're so broke you're still a drag. Do you hear? Money is a thing every year. Give me some money. Got to have some money. Money, pretty baby. Come on now. Give me some money. Blow, man, blow. Give me some money. Got to have money. Oh yes, money, pretty baby. Come on now. Give me some money. Do you hear? Money is a thing every year. Oh yes, do you hear? Money is a thing every year. Well, if you want some girl to talk your trash, you can't do it broke. You gotta have some cash. Do you hear? Money is a thing every year. Money, money. Give me some money. Ooh, money, pretty baby. Come on, got to have money. Please give up some money. Money, M-O-N-E-Y.
There you go. Those are the Five Pennies there. Clifford Curry on lead, April 1956 release. That side doesn't get played. It does not get played. The Five Pennies there on Herman Lubinsky's Savoy record label. Money is the name of the tune. Entry 527. This is a record I could not find, as I found this record last night. Late last night after I did the Soul Show. I went downstairs and I said, you know, Mom, I'm going to check the pop. I said, let me just look in some of my pop records. Of course, there was I found a Fran Warren record. She was, I think she did Sunday Kind of Love, and there's another one, James Stone. He requests kind of like those pop kind of crossover records of 50s that redone 50s songs by black vocal groups done by pop artists that sometimes are pretty good. So I'm looking in there, I'm going, there's Fran Warren's in here. Then I come across 7 Ink Spots singles, and I'm saying, and I must have looked through, it must have been 4 boxes of Decca records, and they're all like Bing Crosby's. I took out because Busta Bass likes the Louis Armstrong, so I took out all these Louis Armstrongs, and they were all other. There was the Andrews Sisters, there was Bing Crosby, Fred, all country artists, Foley, a bunch of other, and plus other things I didn't know. So I said, and I'm looking, I'm going, I don't want to take any ASCAPs out. So I'm going through it, and I come up with like 5 Ink Spots in a row, and these were early size. So I'm going, well, this can't be on a stock. Let me look for the pink Deccas. I'm looking, and lo and behold, this was in there. So I finally found entry number 527. Okay, not that I would have missed it, okay, but anyway, at least I can get a complete fill, at least for the first show. So entry number 527, and this is actually surprising that this record actually made the survey. I'm actually surprised. Not that I don't think it's a bad record, but I don't know if this would be, it's not even the original version of the song. And not that I like the original version of the song, but it's surprising to me that somebody would vote for this, but they did. And different strokes for different folks, I guess. But these brothers from Ohio began recording back in the 1930s, feature them a lot on the All 78 shows. But here they are with a cover tune. This was first recorded by the Four Lads on the Columbia label from the Broadway musical The Most Happy Fella. Here are the Mills Brothers. Actually, it says on the label, Herman and the Boys sing Standing on the Corner, coming in at number 527, released in April of 1956. This is on the Decca label, number 527, the Mills Brothers, with their rendition of the tune Standing on the Corner. Here you go.
Standing on the corner, watching all the girls go by. Standing on the corner, watching all the girls go by. Brother, you don't know a nicer occupation. Matter of fact, neither do I. Than standing on the corner, watching all the girls, watching all the girls, watching all the girls go by. I'm the cat that got the cream. Haven't got a girl, but I can dream. Haven't got a girl, but I can wish. So I take me down to Main Street, and that's where I select my imaginary date. Standing on the corner, watching all the girls go by. Standing on the corner, giving all the girls the eye. Brother, if you've got a rich imagination, give it a whirl,
give it a try. Try standing on the corner, watching all the girls, watching all the girls, watching all the girls go by. Oh, standing on the corner, watching all the girls go by. Go by, go by, go by. Yes, I'm standing on the corner, watching all the girls go by. What are you standing there for? Brother, you don't know a nicer occupation. Matter of fact, neither do I. Then standing on the corner, watching all the girls, watching all the girls, watching all the girls going by.
Cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, coming in at number 527 there. The Mills Brothers from April 1956, their cover of the Four Lads tune, Standing on the Corner, that one there on the Decca record label. And kind of surprising to be with all the other records that are here on the survey that somebody would have selected that as their 19th record, I guess. I don't know. But like I said, different strokes for different folks. Johnny G's your disc jockey for a Thursday afternoon. Hope you're enjoying the program. Want to thank those that have subscribed to my YouTube channel, as that will keep the copyright police away, as I got to go and remove a song from that last night's show, because the people in the UK, I see a bunch of emails here that they can't watch or listen to the show, so we're going to have to fix that. But in the spring of 1956, Willie Winfield and the Harptones were selected to record some songs for a movie. If anybody saw the movie called Rockin' the Blues, okay? Anybody see that movie? I didn't see it, and I don't know if maybe I have it somewhere, but I would like to see that movie. Now, the sides that they recorded were Mambo Boogie, Ooey Baby, and this tune, okay, this song, and it also came out that Leo Rogers and Sid Archie put it out on their Tip Top label, and if you saw, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I showed you the Tip Top label with the larger print. I had that in my collection for a long, long time. Then I saw this like smaller print, and they're both originals. Okay, they're both originals, so they're probably different pressing plants, maybe in different parts of the country or whatever. But it comes in at number 526, Willie Winfield and the Harptones, number 526 from September 56 on the Tip Top label. The song is called High Flying Baby, the Harptones, number 526. Here you go.
Oh, you stay in bed till way past 12 o'clock. You don't wash a dish or even dine a sock. Then when I come home, all you want to do is rock. You make up your face with lipstick, rouge, and paint. And you pat yourself where you just know you ain't. Then you strut around looking like a newborn saying, well, you're a hot line, baby, having yourself a ball. Yes, you're a hot line, baby, having yourself a ball. But the higher you fly, the harder you gonna fall. I bring home a pay, not a nickel have I spent. You spend my money till I'm down to my last cent. When the landlord comes, nothing left to pay the rent. Well, you're a hot line, baby, having yourself a ball. Yes, you're a hot line, baby, having yourself
Yeah, Willie Winfield and the Harptones come in at number 526 on the survey, released in September of 1956. It's on the tip-top record label, Motion Picture Music, I guess we can call it, High Flying Baby. They can do the ballads and they can do the jumps. We continue here with the 1956 Relic Countdown. Entry number 525 is by this group out of Miami, Florida, discovered by band leader and pianist Sonny Thompson, who backed up many of the acts on Henry Stone's chart record label. This group is called The Champions. It's their second of 4 on the chart record label. For you collectors out there, the first presses of this have a typo. Okay, they forgot the S. They say The Champion and Sonny Thompson. Well, it should be The Champions and Sonny Thompson. That's how my copy looks. But let's give a listen to number 525, released in February of 56. Here are The Champions with their tune called Mexico Bound, number 525.
Well, she goes. Well, I got a little girl down in Mexico, a cute senorita, and I love her so. Makes my beans and chili nice, flat tortillas, gravy and rice. She said, wop, she dancing like a Mexican jumping beat. Praises to the hottest that you've ever seen. She moves her shoulders up and down, claps her hands and spins around. She said, wop, wop, wop. Pack my bags, I'm leaving today. Give me a Greyhound, leave this town. A one-way ticket, cause the Mexico bound. She said, wop, bidoo, wop, wop, bidoo, wop, bidoo, wop, bidoo, wop, bidoo, wop, bidoo, wop, bidoo, wop,
There you go, the sound of The Champions there. Hold on a second, folks. Let me get to that. Number 525 on the survey, February 1956 release there for The Champions. Mexico Bound is the name of the tune. That one there on Henry Stone's chart record label. Yes, I got to say, Tony Barcia mentioned it, that Sonny Thompson, well, again, association between Henry Stone and Sid Nathan, Deluxe and chart records. So there was a relationship there. I guess Sonny Thompson with lots of releases with Lula Reed and others, too, for King Records. But anyway, there you go. Those are The Champions. Let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure show. Entry number, I got it wrong here. 26, 25. Yeah, 524. Entry number 524. Ever voted for this one had to be a true collector, because not many people own this record. It was funny when I got this record off of sometime in the it must have been late 1990s on eBay. I think the guy had to buy it now. I think, I forget, but This is an ultra rare record here, and I told Greg Surik about it. He goes, "You got this record?" I said, "Yeah." Now listen, he had a lot of records that I didn't have, but I had a few that he didn't have and he wanted, and this was one of them. So he drove over here to the house. He goes, "I got to see this record you have." So I said, "Okay." I said, "Here, you want to see it?" So of course he was drooling on the record, and he was like, "Where'd you get this?" I said, "I got it from a guy in California. He had it. He said he bought it when it came out." I'm like, "When it came out?" I said, "Where'd he hear it?" But anyway, I didn't mind. So so this is a Collector's Corner record. Not easy to find, out of Los Angeles, California. This is on the Caroline label, Caroline Records. They had 2 releases on the label. The group is called the Celebrities, which included Grady Bridges, Leon Hughes, Mac McKent, and Elder O'Neill. And they are backing up 2 singers on this, Clay Hammond and Johnny Young. Now, Hammond, originally from Groesbeck, Texas, was a member of the gospel group The Mighty Clouds of Joy, and then would later go solo. Now, also recorded with his brother Walter as the Hammond Brothers, but I can't tell you anything about this other artist, Johnny Young. But this is a rare record, coming in at number 524. This was their second release. Both are hard to find, but this was supposedly the hardest, according to Surik. This is on Caroline Records, released sometime in 1956, number 524. Clay Hammond and Johnny Young with the Celebrities. It's called We Made Romance, number 524 on the survey. Here you go. There you go. That is we'll call it a collector's corner 45 coming in at number 524 from 1956. That is Clay Hammond and Johnny Young being backed up by the Celebrities on the Caroline record label We Made Romance, number 524. And a girl group comes in at number 523, actually a girl trio coming in out of Los Angeles, California. They previously were members of the Dreamers that backed up Richard Berry on the Flair record label. Now, they included Fanita Barrett, Gloria Jones, and Annette Williams. Collectively, they were known as the Rolettes. Now, this is their first of two, came out on Leon Renee's Class record label. Now, I have this two ways. I think the shiny label is the true first press, and this was, and I didn't find the flat label, which I had, which was in a slightly better condition. But this was in the box when I was looking last week. I pulled it out, and I said, oh, wait a minute, this isn't the cleanest. But it plays okay. This is at number 523, a tune written by Johnny Guitar Watson and Mario Del Gardi, who was Johnny Otis's bass player, from July of 1956. Let's give a listen to the Rolettes. Rolettes at number 523. The song is called Sad Fool, the Rolettes.
Sad fool that I was, all alone, watching the stars, hoping you come back to me. Come back to me. You captured me with your charms. Now you've left me all alone. I've been a fool. I am the saddest of fools. I'm walking round in circles, my darling, out of my mind, because a true love, my baby, is left behind. I know it's so hard to find. I've been the saddest of fools. I long to hold you in my arms, but you left me all alone. I broke the rules. I am the saddest of fools. I am the saddest of fools.
There you go, coming in at number 523. That's the sound of the Rolettes. The Rolettes from July 1956. That's on Leon Renee's Class Records out of California. Sad Fool is the name of the tune, as the copyright police come out on that song. Very interesting, you AI police there. What do you know? They don't know nothing. They need to be taught, and they learn from this show is what they do, as everybody should learn from this show as we continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. I hate when they do that, because after a certain amount of time, they will shut me down after I get like so many any chances for we've detected audio in your stream belonging to someone else. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. Well, you know what? I don't own any of I own these 45s, okay, because I bought them, but okay, somebody owns the rights to them. Okay, you don't want me to publicize them, maybe I won't play them anymore. I mean, they're so foolish, they are. Okay. Anyway, let us continue here. Number 5, entry number 522. Actually, this song received 2 mentions for 3 points, which was interesting. This was like the first one that had, 2 voters vote for it. So that is pretty good. And we stay out in California too. Now, this group, they were all singers attending a cathedral Catholic high school in downtown LA. And their debut single came out on the Bahari Brothers Modern label. That's a 45 that I still need, by the way. But they would then sign with Jake Porter's Combo Records. And Jake Combo, he was really a trumpeter or trumpet player, and previously the A&R man for Modern Records, so I guess he lured them away. The group had 4 releases on the label. This was the B-side to their third. Now, this features a George LeBrune on lead. Coming in at number 522, here are the Native Boys. The Native Boys from March 56. On the Combo label. It's called Valley of Lovers, number 522. The Native Boys. Here you go.
Valley, 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 valley of lovers. Valley of lovers, that's where I want to be. Valley of lovers, just you and me. There is no heartache, no teardrop shed. Believe me, darling, we will be wed. There is no sorrow, there is no pain. Believe me, darling, his love will flame. There will be beauty all around you there. Voices of angels will fill the air. Valley of lovers, that's where I want to be. Valley of lovers, just you and me. Valley of angels, lovers and all. Follow me, darling, he'll hear my call. Bom, bom, wow. Bom, 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 wow. Valley of lovers.
Okay, coming in at number 522, those are the Native Boys. The Native Boys, their third release on the Combo record label from March of 1956. Valley of Lovers is the name of that tune, and that is with George LeBrune on lead. And that's interesting that Darren mentions that short intermission between the two. Never thought of that. That is an interesting topic there. I wonder, not that they shut me down here on this the 50s show, but again, it would be probably an hour and a half in. So if I set up 2 streams of live, would that work? That's an interesting concept, I would say, to do that. And that means I would have 2 upcoming streams, like take a 5-minute break or something to do that. So listen, I want to hear thoughts of my listeners out there. If you think that possibly would work, that there would be 2, that would set up 2 streams to kind of split the show up. So you would know to go to, but again, I would have an issue with, not this show, but I would have an issue with Oldies and More, because I would have to stay on. I'm trying to, well, maybe I could do that, because I would shut down the YouTube, but I still could stay on the stream, and then it would just call up, because they're 2 separate ones. So that may be an interesting thing to do. I should probably try that one time. But I can't like take a break and go downstairs and have a drink or something for 5 minutes, because I can't have dead air on Oldies and More. But that is probably that would probably work, because again, it's based on the number of subscribers you have and the comments that you get, and because that dictates when they start attacking me with the AI. But anyway, we're going to do a couple more records before we sign off here for a Thursday afternoon. I hope you're digging on these tunes here. I mean, there were some really nice records that not many people voted on that are good. Some are surprising, but others are really good. But let us continue here. I'm probably going to get 2 more in. Let's go to entry number 551 now, this group from Washington, D.C. Now, 2 members of this group were previously members of the Heartbreakers that recorded for the RCA record label. They were Lawrence Tate, baritone, and William Ross. The other members of this group were William Alford, first tenor, Louis Thompson, second tenor, and Joshua Bright, the bass. Collectively, they were known as the Griffins. They signed with Mercury Records in 1955. This was their 3rd release that came out on the Mercury subsidiary Wing Records. I have a mint copy of this somewhere. I couldn't find it, but this one's okay. This features William Ross on lead from March 1956, coming in at number 521. The Griffins on Wing Records. It's called Forevermore. The Griffins at number 521. Here you go, folks, for you.
And
There you go. Some pops in that. Some pops in that 45 there. I apologize. I have a nice copy somewhere, but there you go. Number 521 on the survey from March 1956. The sound of the Griffins there. William Ross on lead. Featured it on the Mercury subsidiary Wing Records for that one. It's called Forevermore. Well, that's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyltreasure Show on this Thursday afternoon, as we're going to conclude for today the 1956 Relic Survey. So I hope you enjoyed the songs I presented from that survey, as none of these ever got, well, not to say that they've never gotten played on the radio before on other collectors' shows. It's just that it wasn't done with this sequence on the on this survey. So it is, there are lots of records, so it's going to take me a few weeks. Joe Shacatano, you could figure it out and let me know, but there's going to be a couple of breaks in this, because I might do a 78 show to stop it for a while, but when no Bill Obe is going to be here on September 18th, and there'll be another guest, hopefully. Going to try to work out the details. We'll let you know sometime in the future, hoping to get Karen Efron to come in here as a guest here on the Vinyltreasure Show, which would be a thrill for Johnny G. But to thank you all for being here. If you do have a request, please send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. I'm taking requests for the Soul Show. If I have the record, I'll play it if it fits the format. And also for the Saturday night show. That show is getting big. It is. But listen, I get through 4 hours without being shut down, but that's because they really don't care as much for the 1950s as they do with the 1960s soul records. But anyway, thank you all for being here this afternoon. Again, if you are new to this program, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Picked up some subscribers this afternoon, so thank you, those of you that have decided to subscribe. And tell your friends about this program, because you can watch me on your TV. You can lounge on your sofa. You might have trouble with the chat, because I don't think you can do chat on your iTVs. You're going to have to either use your phone or your tablet or something to do that. But people are tuned into this program on their I have an Android, people on their iPhones, or just on your PC or the tablet. That is how you can view Johnny G here on this kind of cool thing to do, kind of a new fad for it's not really a radio show. I don't know what you really call it, although I do get tied into oldies and more radio. So thank you all for being here this evening. We're going to close the show to this afternoon with entry number 520, appropriate title of this tune here. But this group is out of Nashville, Tennessee, and it's the group's debut single. This is on the Calvert label. I think that was a label also out of Nashville. Both sides of this 45 were written by Ted Jarrett. I think he was the A&R man for this label. This was released in April of 1956. They would have one more release on the Bobbin label, which I do have, but that was in 59. So our closer, number 520, is by a group called the Kinglets. This was released in April of 1956 on Calvert, and its appropriate title to close with, it's called You Gotta Go. Well, Johnny G's Gotta Go. Thank you all for being here. I will see some of you on Saturday evening right here on YouTube and also on Oldies and More Radio. If not, it'll be next Wednesday beginning at 9 p.m. for the Soul Show, or if not, it'll be right back here next Thursday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 to 4. That's going to do it, folks. Everybody have a safe and happy afternoon or evening. I'll see you next time right here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long. Here are the Kinglets, number 520. Here you go.
Oh, how much you wanna talk? Pride you must. I don't want no woman. I cross so tomorrow morning. Yeah, you gotta go.
gotta go. I'm gonna send you back to your mother. I can't use you anymore. Proud, it makes me really proud. I'm gonna send you back to your mother. I can't use you anymore.